Good Saturday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Johnny Lively here to talk about our weekend and forecast for next week. We had a strong cold front that came through in the overnight hours, mainly earlier this morning. We still have some showers right along the coast from High Island down to the Port Arthur and Sabine Pass, but a lot of it has now moved into southwest Louisiana. Those thunderstorms have already passed Baton Rouge. You can see the cold front is near Jennings, now moving towards Lafayette. We'll continue seeing some lingering showers this afternoon, or really this morning, getting into the afternoon, but cooler and drier air will continue filtering into the region, setting up for a really nice evening, especially tomorrow on Sunday. Here we are looking at the satellite and radar the last 6 hours, sponsored by Switch Electric. You can see that cold front has moved through our area, continues to push eastward. It's already passed, making its way towards Lafayette and Baton Rouge right now. You can see some flash flood warnings in parts of Louisiana. Tornado watch extends into parts of Mississippi into Alabama. Not that many tornado warnings. I think maybe 3, 4, 5 tornado warnings we've seen in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. Biggest thing we've seen some of those isolated severe thunderstorm warnings, but really the flash flood warnings. Some of those areas 5, 7, 8 inches in parts of eastern Louisiana getting into Mississippi. And this can be some flash flooding in that hilly-like terrain. Here we're looking at the rainfall totals across our region. Again, look far to the east. You can see 4, 5, 7 inches of rain. That's just east of Lafayette, and that starts sneaking into Mississippi. But notice here locally, pretty much about a half an inch to an inch of rain is what we did see. The further north that you went, just north of Jasper, they got an inch and a half, and then some of those areas got 2 to some 3 inches of rain. But here locally in Beaumont, about a half an inch what we got. Houston, close to an inch. Lake Charles, just under a quarter of an inch. Port Arthur, actually further south, got almost an inch of rain. So you can see how it kind of, varied where you were, but commonly was quarter of an inch to a half an inch. Some of these isolated areas did get up to an inch or two. Do Good Credit Union showing us those temperatures where that strong cold front came through. You can see majority of the country is cold. Yellowstone is definitely cold, 8 degrees this morning. Denver, Colorado at 18. Amarillo here in Texas is at 20 degrees. Here locally, you can still see that we have that cold front pushing eastward. The far east that you go, it is warm, still humid. I mean, you got New Iberia at 70 degrees, but that cold front's about to wipe all that away because look at Huntsville in the low 50s and the rest of the region already into the 60s. We're going to be pretty much stuck into the low to mid 60s this afternoon. We'll talk more on that in a second because that cold front went through our region, and so cooler and drier air moves in. Here's our construction and outdoor forecast for today. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies, can have some lingering showers this morning and into the early afternoon hours. This is sponsored by Modern Concrete Materials. Biggest thing that we really be watching as well is after a cold front passes through, especially a strong one, is the breezy wind conditions that you'll have. So 25 to possibly 35 mile per hour wind gusts can be possible later this morning into the early afternoon hours. And then by tonight, all of that will finally kind of start dying down. Here's our upper level flow sponsored by Neutron Electrical Services. That cold front is moving eastbound and down. It is going to push out, really sets the stage for a nice Sunday coming up. Should have some sunshine coming in on Sunday. And then this sets the stage for high pressure to start moving into our region. That means Monday morning and Tuesday morning will be our coldest mornings. Northern counties into the low 30s, light freeze as possible. Rest of the region into the mid to upper 40s, or mid to upper 30s, sorry. Now, once we start getting into Wednesday, we warm up a little bit, still staying into the 60s, but another cold front is on its way when we get into late Wednesday into Thursday. So pretty much the rest of this week, we likely will not get out of the 60s, mainly going to be into the 50s and 60s, and another cold front is on the way as we get into Thursday this week. Rainfall outlook, just have some lingering showers, just 30 to 40% coverage. A little bit Tuesday and Wednesday ahead of that next front coming in, just 10% coverage. Pretty much, in other words, we're going to be drying out somewhat this week. But looking at the futurecast for today, some light showers are still possible. These lingering showers mainly into the morning, into the afternoon hours. By the time we get into this evening, drier and cooler air, we finally start seeing those clouds push offshore about midnight tonight, and this makes for a really nice Sunday. Lots of sunshine, temperatures mainly into the upper 50s, into the low 60s coming up on Sunday. Nice Sunday coming up. Do see some clouds kind of coming back, high clouds in Sunday evening. Possibly going to start seeing those clouds really by time we get into Monday and Tuesday. High temperatures the next 5 to 7 days, not getting out of the 60s, going to be into the low 60s to upper 50s. Warm up a little bit on Wednesday ahead of that next cold front. Can get into the mid to upper 60s coming up on Wednesday, but we cool back down on Thursday back into the 50s, and then a small little warm up coming up on Friday. But again, not getting out of the 60s at all this week. Here's our forecast for today, mainly going to be into the upper 50s the further north that you go, but the rest of the region mainly going to be into the middle to possibly the upper 60s. Not going to get out of the 60s at all, in other words. And again, we'll have those breezy conditions. This is thanks to our sponsor, Silsby Ford. Tonight, farther north that you go will be into the upper 30s, the rest of the region into the 40s, down towards the coast into the 40s and 50s. A nice cool night or nice chilly night setting up across our region. 7-day forecast for southeast Texas. Some lingering showers are possible this morning in the afternoon. Drier and cooler air will continue moving into our region. High is going to be stuck into the 60s and 50s majority of this week. Likely not even going to get out of the 60s. Another cold front moves into our region coming up late Wednesday into Thursday, and that brings us back into the 50s on Thursday. Same thing for southwest Louisiana. We've got some lingering showers as that cold front continues to move out, but drier and cooler air will be moving into our region. If you're asking what the two coldest mornings will be, that will be on Monday and Tuesday morning, both for southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana. Northern counties can have a light freeze. Rest of the region will likely be into the mid to upper 30s coming up on Monday and Tuesday. And again, not getting out of the 60s all week long. Wonderful time to go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app in the Google Play Store and App Store. Keeps you updated not only here locally, but if you're traveling, this will keep you updated with any watch or warning, any temperatures that are going on. We'll still have updates throughout the day on Facebook and YouTube, but this app right here will keep you updated no matter what, 24/7. So thanks for tuning in to the Saturday morning show. I won't see y'all again until Monday morning, but we'll still have more updates throughout the day. Our next video update will be Sunday evening with Mr. Lucas Boswick. Thanks for tuning in this Saturday. Enjoy y'all's cooler weather. Finally feels like January.